We continue now at the top of Daf 90a Daf in Meseches Nedarim. This is Nedarim Daf 90a. The Gemara here continues the story. The story is of an individual who took a neder. He said he wasn't going to get any benefit from the world if he were to marry a woman without having learned halacha. He was unable to learn halacha, and so therefore Rav Acha bar Rav Huna, he advised him that he should get married anyway. And then the Gemara continues the story of Visharke Tina. He smeared him with clay. We'll follow the opinion of the Rosh over here. Visharke Tina ki hifshit begadav. The point over here is the person had to take off his clothing, because now that the condition, he married the woman without learning halacha, and so therefore now the condition was fulfilled, the neder took effect, so therefore he was prohibited to derive any benefit from the world. Betach oso betit, and then he smeared him with clay, and then he brought him before Rav Chisda, that Rav Chisda should undo the neder. The Gemara says he brought him before Rav Chisda, and the Gemara continues on my Rava says, Man chachem l'miyavid ki hamil, so who is wise enough to take such an approach? Ilav de Rav Acha bar Rav Huna de Gavra Rabbahu, if not Rav Acha bar Rav Huna, who is a great person. To Kasavar, because he held that just like the Rabbanan and Rabbi Nosson, they argue when it comes to hafara, meaning to say that Rabbi Nosson says that the husband is not able to be made for the neder, he can't annul the neder unless it's actually been chal. So hachanami, so too, pligi v'she'ela. They have the same machlokus when it comes to she'ela, when it comes to asking a chacham to undo the neder, and that's exactly why Rav Acha bar Rav Huna said to the person, have the neder bichal, you should fulfill the condition, get married even without learning halacha, and in that way, even according to Rabbi Nosson, the neder will be able to be undone. And the Gemara continues with another opinion for Rav Papi Amar. Rav Papi says, machlokus b'hafara. The machlokus between Rabbi Nosson and the Rabbanan is actually by hafara, it's only by annulment. The Rabbi Nosson savar ein habal mefer el imkein chal neder, because Rabbi Nosson holds the husband can only annul the neder if it has been chal. Tichsiv, like the pasuk says, v'chafra halavan, it says the moon has been confounded, but we darshan v'chafra as hafara. The annulment is only when it's visible like the moon. V'Rabbanan Savri, and the Rabbanan, they hold Baal Mefer Afal Pishalo Chal Neder, that the husband can be made for the neder even though the neder has not been chal. Tichsiv, like the pasuk says, Mefer Machshavos Arumim. So it uses this term of hafar and talks about machshavos. It talks about the thoughts. The thoughts of the crafty are going to be annulled. The idea being again that even if it hasn't yet taken effect, it can still be annulled at that point in time. And Rav Papi continues, Aval b'she'ela, but when it comes to she'ela, when a person is asking a chacham to undo the neder, so divrei hakol, everybody agrees, ein chacham matir klum, elam kein chal neder. The chacham cannot undo anything unless the neder has been chal. Dechsiv, like the pasuk says, lo yachel devaro, his word shall not be profaned, and that pasuk indicates that it has to actually be a vow that took effect. Devaro, only in that situation can you go to the chacham to undo the vow. And the Gemara continues, Lema Messiah, let's say that the following brisa supports the opinion of Rav Papi. The brisa says, Konim she'eni nene leploni, I'm taking a neder not to benefit from so-and-so, ulemi she'eshel olav, and also I'm not going to benefit from whoever I ask to undo the neder. And so the brisa says, Nishal ala rishon, first he asks to undo the first neder. That allows the second neder to be chal now that he's asked. So now he has a neder not to get benefit from the person he asked. V'yachar gach nishal ala sheni, and then he could ask on the second neder. And so the Gemara says, V'yamr nishal afal pishalo chal neder. If you're going to say that a person can ask to undo a neder even though it hasn't been chal, so what's the difference? What order? Iboy al hay nishal bereisha. Iboy al hay nishal bereisha. If he wants, he can ask on this one first. If he wants, he can ask on the other one first. Why not ask on the neder which he said that he's not going to get benefit from the person that he asks, even though that hasn't yet been chal, but still he should be able to do it. And so therefore it seems to be that he's not allowed to ask on something that hasn't been chal, and that's a support for Rav Papi. Rav Papi said when it comes to she'ela, everybody agrees you're not allowed to ask until it has been chal. And so the Gemara says not necessarily a proof. Umi yada ihai kama ihai basra. How do you know what the brisa means when it says you ask on the first one first and the second one second? It could be referring to the first one you ask to undo, not the first one that was mentioned in the brisa. And so the Gemara says, Elalema Messiah, rather, let us say the following brisa is going to be a support for Rav Papi. Now, this brisa is essentially identical to the previous brisa, but it makes clear which one is the first one you are undoing and which one is the second. The brisa says, Konim she'eni nene leploni hareini nazir l'chesh ashal olav. Let's say the person says, a neder, I'm not going to benefit from so-and-so, and if I ask to undo this neder, so then I'm going to become a nazir. So then the brisa here says nishal al nidro, v'yachar gach nishal al nizro. First he has to ask to undo the neder. That creates that he's a nazir, and then he can ask to undo the nazirus. And so here it's clear in this brisa, it says the word nizro and nidro, so it's clear that the second one he's doing is to undo the nazirus. Now, if you're going to say that a person is allowed to ask to undo a neder even though it has not yet been chal, so iboyal nidro is shel bereisha, iboyal nizro is shel bereisha. If he wants, he can ask to undo the neder first, or if he wants, he can ask to undo the nazirus first. And so therefore you see a proof. It must be like Rav Papi says, that everybody agrees that when it comes to she'ela, it has to be chal in order to ask that it be undone. But the Gemara says it's not necessarily a proof to Rav Papi, because Rabbi Nosson, you could just say the brisa is Rabbi Nosson. Everybody agreed that Rabbi Nosson says by she'ela that this is the case, that you have to wait until the neder is actually chal in order to ask to undo it. And so therefore it could be this brisa is not a support for Rav Papi, it could be this brisa follows Rabbi Nosson, and everybody agrees that that is what Rabbi Nosson holds. And the Gemara continues, Amar Ravina says, Amar li Mereimar said to me, Hachi Amar avuch mishmei Rav Papi, so said your father in the name of Rav Papi. Machlokas b'hafara, the machlokas between the Rabbanon and Rabbi Nosson is by hafara, by annulment. Aval b'she'ela, but when it comes to asking a chacham to undo the neder, divrei hakol meifir, v'aval pishalochal neder. Everybody in that case actually is lenient, and they say the neder can be undone, even though the neder has not been chal. T'chsiv, like the pasuk says, lo yachel devaro. And according to this approach, the Gemara is learning the opposite from the pasuk of lo yachel devaro. The point is, it's only devaro, it's only a word, it has not yet taken effect, and still it can be undone. We'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf 90a Daf Beis.